Welcome to our today's class. I warmly welcome everyone who is live with me on Facebook and Zoom platform. And if anybody is watching a recording, I warmly welcome to them as well. So today's class is about very important topic and very advanced topic um, of integration of all eras in our modern and current life. So, this is the topic which I have selected for you. Uh, and what does it mean briefly that we have lagged behind uh, a pre modern era? And then we also lived in modern era as well. And also, we are living and next generation is also linked with postmodern era. So I'm linking all three eras, three generations, three paradigms, three periods of time in our life, in our world, and I'm trying to synthesizing. I'm trying to integrating all three eras, uh, and looking my life, your life, and all our society and societies or the entire world in these paradigms, in the lens of these three uh, uh, perspective, these three lenses which we are going to discuss. If we merge these three lenses, if we merge all these three eras, then what the life will be, how we should see the life, how I should see the different roles in my life, how I should see the world in these three eras. When we merge these three eras all together, it means we living in all together in these three eras. Then the what will be the life will be. So it will provide the solution of our problems as well, not the complete solution, but towards going towards the solution, the challenges, the issues on a personal level, on a family level, in a society con- level, and in the regional level where we are living. So this is a very advanced topic that we are going to discuss today. Uh, Obviously, that also lead to the new series. Uh, why? Because this is a very big topic. Uh, I have started to stretch it so that we can have a complete grip on this topic and living a best life in this context as well. But before I tell you, I want to just briefly telling and informing and sharing the different lessons which we have already uh, gone through in this series or from last couple of weeks. I think 2 months ago, where I started this from introduction to three eras, where I briefly explain you what these eras is about, and I basically discussed and we did learn these three eras in context of God, language, and spirituality. So these three important element of our life or our modern world or our world which we are living, I only pick these three dimensions: God, language, and spirituality, because these are the most prominent element which influence positively or negatively to every individual or every society on this planet. So that's why I picked it. Then after we learn about pre-modern era in detail, that how the God was in pre-modern era, how the spiritual used to viewed, and how the language was uh, important in pre-modern era. Then the pre-modern era happened, and it came. We learned where the God is little divided, and we know it's called deism, where the God is a part important and part is less interfering in our life. And then the language was rationalized and spirituality was got individualized. Then the postmodern era, we start in 1962 onward to current and next a couple of decades. Uh, that is when the God was decentralized. God became very personal, um, and believe in pluralistic societies. Uh, Relativism was more and is predominant. So we denying the universal truth basically in this era. And then after this, we learned about Friedrich Nietzsche, and that Friedrich Nietzsche's idea of God is that we learn because it is related with all three eras, and that we did learn on a very basic level, for a beginner's point of view. 7th of December, this class we did. Last Saturday, I didn't had a class. I was not feeling well. Um, so now we are resuming our last pending class, and that is integrated life, or synthesizing pre-modern, modern, and postmodern paradigm into one. So, uh, so let's going to a very brief recap of all three eras. That the what the modern era, or the pre-modern era, or the postmodern era. The pre-modern era, usually people refers, it started earlier 1500, 1600 years ago, till nine I mean uh, sorry, till for 16, 1500 years, till uh, before 1600, that whole pre-modern era. From 1600 to 1900, the last century, that was a modern era where people were more focused on reasoning and individual growth. And the postmodern era, which we are living currently, emphasizing on pluralism and also the diversity in our cultures and in our opinion, in our thought pattern. So that is a very quick stuff. Now, every era has its own significance and limitation as well. No, not every era is perfect, or not every era is we can whitewash. Um, like the pre-modern era has strength. It has a strong tradition, faith, community connection. You know, the things which are lacking in pre-modern era was they had a very rigid structure, which also we called society as religion, uh, and there was a very less personal freedom because of the laws. The modern era has also its strength, like rationality, age of science, technology, innovation, money making, capitalism, a lot of these things. And limitation is we became too much materialistic. We lost the spirituality basically in modern era. We because we deny the God, actually, uh, and we gave very less importance to God. This was we lost our spirituality in modern era. However, the modern era is a strength where diversity, personal authenticity is there. Limitation of postmodern is full of relativism because there is no truth exist in in postmodern. Everything is relative. everything is less important or higher important based on some reference. So that's why this is so important to know that there is a relativism which makes you agnostic, which and if you were believing on God, it makes you closer to atheist. But atheism is not the product of postmodern era. Atheism is the product of modern era usually. Uh, also because of too much personal freedom in modern era, postmodern era, that's why they believe on less sharing. Uh, so so every age has a positive and negative stuff. Now, what is this integral spirituality mean? And this integrated form of spirituality mean when we combining the best element from every era, from postmodern era, from modern era, and pre-modern era. If we take this and make a holistic approach and live the life, then it will be a very good approach. What will be a benefit that we will make a balance of tradition and innovation. Why? Because both are important for us. Yeah. Because there is certain things which pre-modern era has very strong, and there are so much good strengths in innovation, modern era as well. Okay, and post-modern era as well. Rational decision we will make if we follow all three eras. We making emotional and spiritual fulfillment, right? So this is a beauty of synthesizing of all three eras. One of the great benefit of this integral spirituality is we accept each other's belief, we accept diverse belief system, and which will help us to maintaining our personal values, right? Because I may have born and brought up in different culture or religion or in different value driven, but when all these beliefs are um, merge into a juicy stuff which I'm going to get it and follow it. That is going to be great things, you know. So there is a less threat and higher productivity. So this is the beauty of integration of spirituality from all three eras. So how I will take this from now to onward. Uh, So basically, what I have planned for you, and that the major roles which we come across from different life and different aspect in our world, we will discuss all these three eras and integrated form of all three eras um, into. I have prepared 18 list of discussion, uh, which we come across every day in newspaper, on a news channel, or on social media, or on a individual level. We come across through my family, from my school, from region where I live or you live. So we will discuss each of these role or issue or challenge or role in these three eras. This list is just a minimum list which I could think, but that could go longer as well. So mostly things could relate it the personal life, as a religious life, non-religious life, as a financial struggler, as a family-driven person, or have a issue with the business or doing a business or job. Mostly, also content we will learn about um, different political issues like USA against North Korea, Russia, China, and United Kingdom against China, We East Bloc against West Bloc, and also India and Pakistan against, because both are nuclear power, and that is a concern of the whole world as well. So this is the overall thing list I have made, and we will discuss in pre-modern thinking and modern thinking and postmodern thinking, and then we will emerge that how we should take these things, what we can take approach by taking all these things. We cannot deny any era, but we can take the positive things from all era altogether. Yeah. So that we will start from next Saturday. I will do discuss each of these things in detailed. Okay. Um, but I can give you some of the example. For example, in when we are discussing family life, the but in our family life, if we follow pre-modern era, uh, the family used to celebrate rituals and tradition, right? This is the pre-modern perspective of the family. The modern era sees the family as encouraging individuals' growth or the logical communication. Very consciously, very rationally, we speak as on behalf of parents or or children behalf of speaking with the parents. So that is uh, a modern perspective. And in postmodern era, how the family are going to interact, they embrace diversity within family interests. So if the children like something else, we have to facilitate. We cannot force them. Okay. So we embracing in diversity. Parents can do a lot of things, and children needs to incorporate with the parents' value. Parents needs to incorporate with children's value. So that is a postmodern era is 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 going to do. Um, so that's we need to see every role in this perspective. In terms of business, for example, if you are entrepreneur, if you are running a successful business, or you have just start up a new business. So if you see business in pre-modern language, the ethical practices and care for the employees is more important. If you remember, the employees used to be a very think mindset. uh, if you talk about, if you have heard about Stephen Covey's leadership model, so in which he described in older time the boss and the employee, that was a very typical relationship, and they used to have a boss and employee paradigm where the boss is the boss and he or she cannot be wrong at all. Boss is always right, and employee is sort of a servant, a slave, which has to follow the boss. So this is the relationship between boss and employee in modern, pre-modern, in pre-modern era. But modern era, what was it? They believe in professionalism. They There is a less emphasized boss and more prominent and liberal and free employee as a professional person. Okay, so in modern era we deal uh, and we consider the employee as a professional, as a knowledge worker person who has a lot of knowledge about the job and can take the company one department towards the success level. So this is the uh, thing, and the boss is is the one who take the strength of the employee to the next level. So and also they have a lot of data uh, in which the boss and the company's board of director know that what type of customer they are going to serve, they need to serve, what type of staff or employees they have, and how they need to take it. So they make the strategies in modern era, and that's we did a lot of business related courses, degrees, MBA, BBA, PhD, which support the businesses. You know, entrepreneurship is the big glimpse and the vibe in modern era. That's we did. And in postmodern era, what the business um, person or business practices reshaped them. In postmodern era, it more emphasized on adapting to diverse customer needs and embracing social responsibility. So it's not like that if you are selling any product or service and it has a bad impact on the environment of the world, of your country, of your city, you are responsible. You have to create a sources where your product and service will add values in the social environment. At the same time, you have a strategies, lot of strategies to deal different type of customer. You don't approach all customer with one type. Okay, there are diversity within the customer needs, and you making lot of initiative and projects to entertain the specific needs of your customer. Okay, this is the postmodern approach. Okay, and there is an approach where we follow all these three: pre-modern, modern, and postmodern, that we need to follow. So we will pick a good approach from pre-modern, good approach from modern, and nice approach from postmodern, and start to living a integrated uh, approach from all. So this is the approach we will doing in all 18 roles which I just mentioned to you. So uh, one of the example I can also give you, for example, if you have a financial goals, if you want to become rich or something, in all three eras we have uh, different approaches. So, for example, if you were going to um, have a lot of money, lot of wealth in pre-modern era, then you use the gratitude for wealth as a divine blessing, or you say, "Oh, thank you, God, it is all from you," and you only if you decide to give the wealth and money, uh, only I could have because of you. This is there is nothing my personal. It is all about you. And so that it was pre-modern vibes about when you become very rich. In modern era, they emphasized let's keep separate the God and focus on your logical planning. And that logical planning you need to do if you have investment, and do investment and do lot of saving through that investment. Okay, so that you can create and generate lot of wealth from step by step. Okay, so this was the modern approach to becoming to a rich, and it was very successful. We see millions of millionaires are now becoming people are in USA, in UK, in Japan, in India, uh, everywhere now. Millionaires are there. Okay, because of this modern approach. Postmodern approach is saying financially that pursue the work which align your personal and your own values which you passionate about. Okay, so postmodern because it gives you a lot of freedom, it gives you the highest importance, and say whatever you want to do, go in this and pursue the paid work. Okay, create the paid work what you love, and then you will become uh, a rich person, a happier person. So align your personal passion and values with your financial goals. So that is an amazing approach postmodern era is giving. And there is a other fourth approach which I said we are going to study, that we will pick some pre-modern era good things, some good things from modern era, some good things from postmodern, and make a integrated approach to create my financial goal, uh, a script to create how to become a millionaire by integrated all these three things, or not millionaire, at least financial independent person, you know. So that's how three we can take the strength of three eras. Yeah. So in the last I will discuss about, so because when we merge all these three eras, it creates a spirituality type of stuff, and it will reflect on my own worldview about others, about the life which I have, about the planet where we all are living, you know. And also it helps you, uh, it helps me to, we will continuously praying, we do meditating, we creating the goals, financial goals, and I will keep adding and learning new skills, you know. So that is all outcome of if we living all with these three eras. We cannot negate all these three eras. Yeah, this will also help us to engage with my community where I belongs to, or my more passion belongs to. For example, if you are a white person uh, or black person, you speak certain language, you carry certain beliefs or faith values you have. So there will be millions people who are same like or same mind like people. So you are now part of a big community. So you can stimulate this community to work with integral force, you with the strong spirituality, and that more lot need in this planet. Yeah, because you need to participate in the tradition, and but at the same time you love to integrate interfaith dialogue, interconnectivity between other faith, with other parties, political parties, with other countries, with other language or culture driven people. So that you all need to do this, you know. So this is the practice which you will be doing, and there is no other way around, that you will make your own space and say, no, I have this bubble, and this bubble is the only right bubble in the world, and all other bubbles of people, cultures, and languages and belief system are wrong. You cannot say this. This is now entirely different world which we are ahead. This is the world of AI, artificial intelligence is replacing the human efforts as well, um, and where your egoic driven thought will not work anymore. Okay, so we have to have integral spirituality for this. So this is the quick view uh, for today's, that how uh, three eras can create amazing and spiritual life altogether. So that was my today's class. From next Saturday, I will bring couple of like I said, the list of 18 points which I have note down. Maybe I will filter it as well or add more. And where every Saturday we will focus on each of the point. Okay, in this, for example, I can list only here: the Israel-Palestinian issue, the Kashmir dispute between Pakistan and India, life of a Christian, life of a Muslim, life of a Buddhist, life of a Hindu, life of an atheist, life of a Sufi or spiritual person, life of a financial struggler with low income, life of a person with family driven or family life or business practices, financial goals driven life, USA versus North Korea, USA versus Russia, USA versus China, UK, United Kingdom versus China, Eastern countries versus Western country, or Eastern philosophy versus Western philosophy, and India versus Pakistan. So these type of things we will discuss each separately, little bit in detail, um, and we will think and contemplate about how the pre-modern era used to in this context, what was the modern thinking influence or reshape that topics or roles, and then the what the postmodern era says about. And if we combine all these three era, what should we do in solution of Israel-Palestinian issue, in resolving issue of Kashmir between India and Pakistan, how we can live our ideal family life, how we can be a mind of entrepreneur or a business person, how we can create and follow our financial goal, what the ideal USA or United Kingdom's policy against their opponents in order to create a global or collective international peace. You know, how the India and Pakistan can create a peaceful environment in their country so that their nuclear plants or nuclear arsenals should be secure, or at least we can go to was disarmament. So these let's use this paradigm of three eras to resolve or at least think out of the box these issues. Yeah, I hope you like it or you will enjoy this. So you can register this class for the next all classes on the same link, and then just you need to click in every class on the same link, and then we will carry on this. You can invite this to your friend and family, and uh, and visit my website, which is marathivalishah.com, where I share content related developmental psychology, personal development, applied philosophy, science, spirituality and enlightenment, sociology, some stuff related with business, but and overall, I more emphasize on happiness and the highest level of peace, how we can go. You can join my YouTube channel, uh, uh, and this is the online lifelong study circle which I'm running free of cost, where I present lot of online free courses. We study different books. I provide some insight of the life coaching and how we can live happily in our life by personal development and lot of other things. So that's it. Thank you very much, and I will see you next Saturday in the next class. Goodbye.